Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Richlands, Ohio in the Own the Map Challenge series. So we are in March, and the big job for today is that we need to get our oak planted. But first we have a little bit of lime left. As you can see here, we got our lime in already on this field last month. Looks like Steve's a little stuck here, so let's maybe help Steve out real quick. Steve, he needs some help once in a while, but just kind of got a little too close and kind of forgets what he's doing, so there you go, Steve. Get right back on it. Got a quick change of outfit quick. Steve, he's I don't even know how to describe Steve anymore, but anyway, I had to get some lime spreaded quick. So the last episode, I believe I showed you what fields we purchased. One of those purchases fell through, and it was this pasture ground that was back to our southwest there. The reason for it was that the seller pretty much just ended up deciding he didn't want to let go of that piece, and that's alright. It's his decision before he sold it, so we ended up buying, let's look at the piece we did end up buying. So we were going to buy this piece here. I'm just going to be real with you so you guys don't fall into this as well. This piece is for sale, this whole thing, but only like about half of this is actually farmable. The rest is a border. So we sold that. We didn't sell it. We did sell it, but we ended up not purchasing it, and we are going to go with this piece here. So this piece is 8.1 hectares. This one was 69, so it is a bit more. We did have to take out a loan, about $40,000, to pick up that piece of ground there, but that's alright. We have the room to make that adjustment, so we did end up paying off all of our loan previously, so we had no loan, and then I felt like it was worth it to pick up that ground, so we do have some ground there. Hopefully soon we'll get our bin up. We have a bin picked out that we're gonna go with. So we found a used one, and about 18 grand, I believe, is the price of it. 18 maybe, or maybe it was only 12. But anyway, pretty cheap for a bin. Just a 4-ring bin. It's a West Steel Roscoe bin that one of the bigger farmers around the area bought a piece of land and had that bin on there and decided he didn't want to use it, so he sold it. So we are the buyers of that bin, so we should have that crew coming out not too long from now. It shouldn't take them more than 2 days to get that in, so once we do get it in, it'll be quick. And so looking forward to having our own bin. So but we negotiations, I guess, not really negotiations, talks with Steve about if we're gonna combine. Probably not this year. We'll keep talking about it. He kind of wants to see how his year goes again, but yeah, I don't know. Stevie's not doing too well, so it is what it is. If he can sell off his equipment and then kind of let me purchase his land there, we could use his shop, and he can still live in the house there and stuff, and it'll still be his area. I mean, me and Steve, we're good buddies, so I don't care what he does. It'd be nice to be able to use that land for bin storage and storing our equipment and stuff like that. So I mean, heck, Steve pretty much works for us full time anyway, so yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully this year's better and we can afford to do that. And I mean, he's not just going to let me buy his property for free, right? And we don't want to do that to him either. So I think we're going to have to get back to this land. I mean, pretty much all that I've seen of it is when we're back here at this field harvesting or planting or, you know, doing whatever work we got to do on that field. But so we got to figure out if there's actually an entrance, a separate entrance to this field. I don't believe that there is. So we might have to work that out somehow. But while we're spreading on this field, we will kind of check it out. But I mean, my only idea to get back to it right now is just through our field here. And I did spread on this. We got this tilled up, so we will be disking this up, make good seed, or yeah, good ground for planting into. So well, you can do it. Slime, it's not a joke. It's pretty heavy stuff, so. But I do think if we do end up buying, or if we do end up not having a other entrance into this, I might just take out this tree line here. And is this limed already? I'm suspicious of that. It didn't seem like it had very good pH value. It doesn't. So even though it looks like it's limed, we're gonna lime it ourselves. This is all the lime we have, so if it doesn't cover it all, it doesn't cover it all. So it looks like the only thing kind of approach into the field there is just through that other field. So it looks like we may have to rent a excavator or something of the sort and get these trees removed, and maybe take a bush hog out here, and or a bush hog, whatever you want to call it, a bat wing, I don't know, whatever you guys, whatever your preference is, and get some of these bushes mulched. And so I think that would be kind of a nice, I think we could definitely do that. We could put a nice, farm this ground here. Maybe you have to level it out a bit, but it could be kind of a work in progress type deal. And yeah, it would be kind of cool, because there is that ground there, you can see it out the window there, a little hill there that would need to be leveled out if we actually take it that far into the woods to combine that. But yeah, we're not really doing the best job here making sure this whole field gets covered. But I thought this wouldn't go as far as it is. Thought it would run out quicker. That's kind of why I was just kind of being all willy-nilly with it. So maybe, since we have a little bit left, we could take this over to those small fields and maybe get some lime down on those as well. I think they would probably have enough to cover that, so let's see. This one could be limed. This one doesn't really need it. So we could do that actually. And maybe we will. So this year, this field is going to be beans, because it was corn. So the rotation is beans into corn, and the beans go into, oh, I guess, well, no, grain into beans, beans into corn, right, because the beans into corn. So this was beans, right? We'll get out and check real quick. my memory's going. All this farming. So much to do all the time, you hardly remember what you're doing. This was what? This was corn. So this is going to be our oat field. This field will be our oat field. So we need to actually get Steve out here quick to start working this up so we can start planting that today, because that needs to be planted today so we can get in and we can get that done with. I might experiment with some double cropping on the calendar here. It's not done around here, so if I did, it would take a little work to get that done. But I think it could be worth it. So I won't pain you with the continual ramble here. Monologue, I guess, whatever you call it, while we drive all the way over those other fields. I will do that off camera, and then once we're back to the farm and hooking up to the cedar, or even once we get the cedar back here to the field, I might catch you then. So I'll catch you when I catch you. How about that? So yeah. Alright, so we're coming up here on the field now. A little bit, some time has passed now, so just about 11 o'clock here today, and after chatting with Steve, we actually had him quit working on that field right next to the farm. He can come back to it, so because we needed to get into this field to start planting it, so we needed him to run the disc over it, and two, we got a phone call from a local person that needed some fertilizing done. So we took our fertilizer spreader over their field, just south of our farm there, and we got that 8070 hooked up to that. And so Steve is, or not Steve. So Steve called Barry up, and Barry is out doing that for us, running that contract. It's pretty lucrative contract for us, so that'll be good for us. And then Steve, he's here now. Swap Tractors hooked a D21 up, as you can see, to the disc, so that is going to be running in front of us there. We'll just kind of follow his tillage ground in the field. So yeah, it's all tractors go today pretty much. So a bunch of orange tractors out in the field doing work, not a lot better than that. So let's see what our application rate's going. Looks like we are applying. Doesn't look like a ton though. We have automatic. So we want to do automatic application rate here with Precision Farming. But it's not really applying a ton, which is kind of weird. Huh. I don't know what. Well, we'll trust it. And we'll keep on keeping on, so I will toss this into a montage. We'll probably get a little bit of the work that's going on here, and then some more work of Barry over there in the other field. So we're lucky to have both Steve and Barry, both always willing to do some work for us. So we'll catch you guys as always when we're getting towards the end of the job here, and we'll wrap up the episode. So. So I hope you guys enjoyed that montage there. We got through this job not too didn't take too long, but so we started to get quite a ways behind Steve over there in the disc, but because we had to stop and get ourselves some more seed and fertilizer and all that good stuff. So, but he is now in this back field here, a new field, working that up, doing some interesting patterns, it looks like, but that's alright. He'll get her done for us, and yeah, we will continue on here and get these headlands done. We are all done with the end rows, or the up-down rows, so we're just getting our last few passes of headlands done. And then we will move on to planting this next field, that little small field that we just bought there. We'll get that drilled with oats, and then we'll be good to go. So, at least for oats this year, I believe. I'll have to kind of figure out what our crop rotation is for sure with the rest of the fields, but with having one bin, we might be doing some corn on corn, so I'm not exactly sure yet, but we'll get her figured out. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and as always, we'll catch you in the next episode.